What's up, UFC fans, and welcome to UFCentral, your one-stop shop for all UFC news. As usual, I'm your host, Jay Schroeder, and here with me are the Greek brothers, Mike and Dimitri Vutsinos. Not so much to talk about tonight, but some big news with Brock Lesnar. We'll save that for later. Right now, I'm going to get things started with a few headlines. Alright, here's some UFC shit that went down since last week. Dan Miller just recently got his black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. After a devastating loss to BJ Penn, Diego Sanchez has decided he wants to move back up to welterweight. And this Saturday, in Concord, California, the first ever official UFC gym opens. In New York, the governor is introducing a bill to lift the ban on MMA there. It's supposed to go through around August 1st, and if it's approved, we could see a UFC pay-per-view there around the end of this year. And finally, the Abu Dhabi-based Flash Entertainment has just purchased 10% of stocks in Zuffa. A lot of people are saying that this is because UFC's business is not doing good and, that they needed it, but Dana White has said this is bullshit, and it was sole purpose was to expand the worldwide growth of UFC.
Alright, now over to Brock Lesnar. Turns out this guy didn't even get surgery, because that could have prevented him from fighting in 2010, or maybe even the rest of his career. Instead, all he did was change up his diet, started taking more natural medicines, and now after a medical miracle, he's ready to fight. He's ready to go, he's healthy, and he wants to make his return at UFC 114. Alright, now in Dana White's dream world, after Mir and Carwin fight at 111, the winner will take on Lesnar at 114. Personally, I think Carwin's going to beat Mir. I'd like to see that happen because I want to see something different anyway. But if the winner is unable to fight just 3 events later, we got Liguera versus Velasquez at 110, and the winner can take on Lesnar at 114.
Can I just say that Mir and Carwin should not be fighting for the interim title?
I mean, it hasn't been a year yet.
No, it has not been a year, so Lesnar should still be the champion.
Yeah, he should just come back automatically with it, and if anything, they should be fighting for the #1 contendership, not for the interim title, and then he has to re-earn the belt. He won the belt, he's earned it.
Right.
I'm not defending the douchebag. He's going to say that he thinks all the heavyweights are shitting in their pants because he's coming back.
Yeah, I don't think so, bro.
I don't think so. I think they're excited because they want a chance to beat you.
To beat the real champion.
Yeah. They're not shitting in their pants. No one's afraid of you. You're just a big gorilla.
Alright, well, let's,
I'm a little bit afraid of you, though, Brock. Please don't watch this.
First of all, I just want to clear something up. Last week I said UFC on Versus was UFC 21. I was incorrect. UFC on Versus doesn't have a number. It's just UFC on Versus. 2 matches have been added to that card. First one is Shannon Gogarty versus Clay Guida. Shannon Gogarty is replacing Sean Shirk. Can the guy stop getting injured? I'm just saying. That's 2 events in a row. Sean Shirk hasn't been able to fight because of training injuries. Be careful, Sean. That's all I'm saying. You don't have too many chances left. Another one is Paul Buentello versus Chick Congo. I guess they're just trying to give Chick Congo a free win. I don't know, maybe Paul Buentello can prove me wrong. Until then, he's getting knocked the fuck out. 3 matches have been added to UFC 111. We got Rory Markham against Nate the douchebag Diaz making his welterweight debut. We got Mark Bocek versus New Jersey native Jim Miller. And then we got the rematch between Thiago Alves and John Fitch. Beautiful. Ruben matches for UFC Fight Night 21. We got Andre Winner versus Cole Miller. Lucio Lynn Hares versus Yushin Okami, and Nate Quarry versus Jorge Rivera. At UFC 112, it said that Kendall Grove's going to be fighting. Didn't say against who. Not that I give it 2 shits. At UFC 113, we got Kimbo Slice versus Matt Mitrione, TJ Grant versus Johnny Hendricks, and Josh Koscheck versus Paul Daly, which now is the headliner for that event. So they move Rashad versus Rampage to UFC 114.
Alright guys, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends about us. See you here next week.